All right, hello everybody. Real quick, this video is going to be created because someone asked me, well, how do you have folders in your drive and how do you organize your Google Drive? Like anything, the more you play with it, the more you get used to it. And the more you organize your drive, the easier it is to be able to identify where your documents are or how you want to organize it. It's all in your brain, right? So it's kind of like I use the spider web example. So if you're starting in the middle of the spider web, you want to know how to get to that outside. You need to be able to organize it accordingly instead of having all of these lists, this huge list of documents. So let's get started. So when I log in, I'm going to go to my Google Drive. And when I click to Google Drive, you'll see whatever you have in your Google Drive, everyone's is going to look a little bit different, but it's really easy to create a folder. You just click new. Let me go to my clicker here so you can see what I'm clicking. You click new folder. And let's say I want two folders for this example in this video. I'm going to make a school. How about work stuff? As an example, I'm going to create a folder. You'll see it pop up right in my drive. And I'm going to create how about home? So like my home stuff. Oops. Home folder. Okay. So now I can start. These are my subfolders. These are my folders that I've created in my drive. And I'm also going to create subfolders in them too. Okay. So just for all intents purposes, let's go ahead and put this getting started. This is probably when I created my Google account, my Gmail. I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag it, okay, in order to put it in a folder. That's one way of moving a document into one of your folders. I'm going to put it in my home folder. Here are my concert tickets that I downloaded from Ticketmaster into a PDF. I'm going to also click this and drag it, okay? If you click and drag it, it's really easy to move. If you right click and click move to, Google will automatically ask you, well, where do you want it? That's another way of moving it. So I'm going to go home folder and I'm just going to move it there, okay? So if you have other documents, that's, for example, like in Shared with Me, it's the same thing. You can either click and drag them over. So you can click this caret down and then all your folders show up, okay? And if I have subfolders, I can keep on clicking carets, all right? Or you can click and drag them, or you can right click and move them. So if I do Saint Strong 2020, I'm going to just click and drag it. That's my work stuff. SCMS weekly lessons. I'm going to click and drag it to work stuff. Let's say this Memspa chat. That's more my like home stuff. I don't really do a whole lot of that at work. That's more my stuff I do for my association. So I'm going to right click, add shortcut to my drive. It's going to ask me where do I want it. And I'm going to put it in my home folder because I do that stuff at home, and I'm going to add the shortcut. Once again, I could have just clicked and dragged it. Okay. So let's go back really quick for the next minute or so as I end this. I'm going to create some subfolders. So if I go into my home folder, well, I got a couple different things in here. So I have like my Memspa chat stuff. That's like a Twitter chat I do. And then I also have like concert tickets. So let's create subfolders. So I'm going to create a subfolder that says, how about like concert stuff, right? How about another folder that says like Memspa chat, okay? How about I now create another folder that's called um, getting started. Okay, so I can start creating subfolders and subfolders here, and I can start moving things into these folders. So what's nice is I'll move this into the Memspa chat folder. I'll move this into the getting started folder. I'll move my tickets into concert stuff, and you can start creating you can start creating subfolders based on whatever you want. So how about I dig deeper, go deeper into a subfolder, and I go, well, how about I'll create a subfolder, right? And I will do 2018 concerts. And I do another folder, 2019 concerts. And I'll do another subfolder, 2020 concerts. This is just an example. Like I said, you could, if you're a teacher, you could do it by hour, right? And by year, by hour, by class, things like that. So now I know that this concert is 2020 and I can dump it there. So now going all the way back, if I go to my drive, right, I have my home folder, my work stuff. So if I go to my home folder, oh, I want to find those concert tickets. I went to that concert in 2020, and there's those concert tickets. Okay. So that's kind of a way you can create folders in your Google Drive in order to find things a lot easier. I hope that helps. I really highly encourage you create folders and start creating that map so it's easier to find your documents. All right. Thanks for watching.